Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special Planet Zoo update video. So basically in today's video I've decided to talk all things Planet Zoo, all of the series, all of the new plans I've got, and basically discuss what's going to happen with the stuff that's on the channel already. This comes off the back of being asked lots and lots of questions about series that used to be on the channel, stuff that's currently on the channel, if I can do certain things where Planet Zoo is concerned, and I felt like the best way to kind of just address everybody would be to make a video about it. I get asked lots of questions on Discord, but I know not every person's on there that watches my content, so it's just easier to come to the channel and talk about it here. I'm going to say right from the offset that this video will be time-stamped, so along the bottom you'll be able to pick the bits that are relevant to you. I know that not everybody's going to want to listen to the whole video. It could end up being quite a long one, 15 minutes or so feel free to skip to the bits that you want to. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the current series on the channel. The first one is that of Tropical Wings Zoo. This is here to stay. It's going to continue in the fashion that it has. The only slight change I'm going to be making, gang, is that I want to put at least one episode out a week. I've noticed just how much you really enjoy this project, and I've noticed that I don't always need to do animal-based episodes as well, because the last couple haven't had any animals in, and you've still viewed them so much. You've absolutely loved it. What I will say, gang, is that the next episode will be later this week, probably on Sunday, and that is again going to be another non-animal based episode, but the reason for that is that the next few episodes, maybe 5 or 6 after that, are going to be massive animal based projects that I've got to do. I've been kind of forced into a corner now where I've been left with no choice but to tackle the safari area, the elephant enclosure, the reptile house, the sea lions. There's lots of big projects incoming basically because of the way I've decided to build out Tropical Wings Zoo now. So yeah, you can expect an episode a week. What I will say is when I'm doing those big animal-based projects, if I do an episode, it will basically be kind of an update, because I can't see me doing any of those in a week unless I get a lot of time. But I will always be doing kind of updates where they are concerned. And I'm going to obviously talk about something else as well, which you're going to be able to see me build. You'll be able to watch along as I build as well. So that's Tropical Wings done. The next one, which I'm going to basically talk about a current series, but it's off the back of comments that I get. So I get asked to put stuff on the workshop a lot, and unfortunately, gang, because of 2 reasons basically. One, the nature of the way I build, and 2, because of time, I can't put stuff on the workshop. I'm really sorry. I don't have the time to go through all of my builds and separate objects and stick them on the workshop. But that is the reason why I started the Let's Build Together series. Now essentially what that is, in case you've never watched it, is that I take items in my projects and I build them essentially with you guys. I build them in sort of a live format. There's no cuts or anything in there. We build the item and you see how I put it together. I thought this was a really good learning tool for you guys, because you learn how to do stuff in the game you might not know how to do. And also it just kind of saves you always having to go to the workshop, because you can learn new tools and new tricks where Planet Zoo is concerned. So if you have anything that you would like on the workshop, don't ask for it to be put on the workshop. Instead, ask me to do a Let's Build Together episode. I've been wanting to do more and more of these episodes, but obviously I'm not going to do them just for the sake of doing them. I'd rather build stuff that I know you guys want. So yeah, it's just politely, I would just say, don't ask me to put stuff on the workshop, because unfortunately I just don't have time. And while we're talking about current series and tutorial videos, how to will be returning to the channel shortly. I'm not going to put any time scale on it, but it will be back on the channel pretty soon, gang. I love doing the tutorial stuff, and believe it or not, the how-to episodes and that series is the most successful series on this channel. It might surprise people because there's only 6 or 7 episodes, I think, but one of the videos is sitting close to 30,000 views, which is absolutely insane. It's immense, and I absolutely love the fact that, you know, people have come to the channel, watched the videos, and hopefully learned a thing or two, because we know this isn't kind of a pick up and play game. We know it's not one for casuals. It is difficult and there is a lot to learn, and I'm glad that hopefully I've helped a few people along the way. So I am going to be bringing that back. I'm trying to think of some stuff to do for how to, because it's structured very different to Let's Play Together. Let's Play Together, I show you how to do everything, whereas, you know, how to is more of a structure, my way of thinking, the way I plan and the way that you can do things, basically. So I am going to be bringing that back. Now I want to talk about old series and what the plan is, you know, going forward with them, because I've been asked lots of questions about old bits and bobs on the channel. The first one I want to tackle is that of the community build series, Jamii Conservation Park. I hadn't been asked much about Jamii for a while, and in the last month I've been asked God knows how many times when it's coming back. Now unfortunately, gang, Jamii Conservation Park can't come back. For those that know, they know. The file corrupted, basically, when we were in the midst of that series. I will say one thing. Had Jamii Conservation Park not died, Tropical Wings wouldn't have started. I basically started TW off the back of accepting that, unfortunately, Jamii Conservation Park was no more. But what I will say about Jamii is that it corrupted, and the only file closest to the latest save file that would work was 5 files back. So essentially, because of the way that series worked, it was 5 builds back, which meant we lost an awful lot of stuff. So I decided to put it to bed. So for those asking, Jamii Conservation Park is no more. But the community build series is going to be coming back later this year. I'm not going to be putting any time scale on the JCP community build kind of new project that I want to do, because I'm still ironing out the details, and we're probably going to do it a little bit differently to the way we did the first one. I think the format for the first one worked really, really well, but I feel like we need to condense time, and I actually want to try and get more people involved. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to do with the new community build project. Yeah, gang, it will be back in a sort of new format a little bit later in the year. So next up that I want to talk about is that of Hyland Zoo. Now, I mentioned on Discord, and I believe I mentioned it even on the community page some time ago, that I managed to get the Hyland Zoo file working. Now, for those that don't know, Hyland Zoo was the very first Planet Zoo project we did on the channel. It's basically the series I launched this channel with all that time ago when Planet Zoo was released. And it was an amazing little series. And again, I had troubles with the save file. For whatever reason, I used to go in and try and build, and it didn't work. Now, I have left most of the save files for my old series on my PC with the hope that one day they would work. And then the last time this game was optimized and updated, it made it work, and I've been in again since the 1.9 and it still works perfectly. They've definitely done something with the optimization of this game though, because it works a lot smoother as well. Tropical Wings is a big project, and I barely get any drops in frame rate, and I've got a lot of stuff going on, you know, and I regularly test it as well with guests, and it works fine. So they've definitely optimized the game, and as a result, Hyland Zoo, the save files work again. But the trouble I had with Hyland Zoo when I was walking around it and looking is, it is dated. It is super, super, super dated. So what I've decided to do, and this is going to lead into kind of like the new stuff that's coming to the channel, is I'm going to be doing a series called Do It Better. And we're basically going to take Hyland Zoo as it is, we're going to jump in and we're going to take it piece by piece. Essentially what I might do is take it episode by episode on how I put it out on the channel, and we're going to basically demolish what's there and rebuild it. We're going to keep all of the Hyland Zoo charm. We're going to keep all of the nice little details, the colour schemes, all that sort of stuff. But we're going to update it to, you know, basically the level that I build to now. I've learned so much since the game's released, and my build style has come on so far. And so essentially, we're just going to do it better. We're going to rebuild Hyland Zoo piece by piece, episode by episode. And that series, my friends, is going to start in June. I'm actually going to put a timescale on it. I'm going to give myself the month of May because there's lots going on in the month of May. I have loads of my family's birthdays, potentially a cup final to go to with West Ham, my football club. There's about 4 games as well to go to, so I'm going to be travelling up and down the country watching West Ham. I'm going on holiday at the end of May. So May's just a bit of a chaotic month. So what I'm going to do is, once I return from my holiday, I'm going to give myself a week, and then maybe sort of midway through June, the Do It Better series is going to start, where we are going to rebuild Hyland Zoo, and I'm absolutely buzzing for that. And the one thing I nearly forgot, gang, is that of live streaming. Now, I am going to be returning to live streams on Planet Zoo from time to time. Probably from a similar time to when I bring back the new Do It Better series. So basically, I mentioned this on Discord a while back, asking if people would like to see the live streams returned. I used to stream a lot when I was doing the Jamii Conservation Project over on Twitch. The streams are going to return to YouTube, and they're going to be structured slightly differently. But they are going to be coming back. So basically what I'm going to be doing is probably I won't be chatting too much in the live streams, because essentially what I'm going to do is just go live when I'm building. So you'll basically be able to tune in, talk amongst yourself, have a good laugh, in the community and whatnot. But basically see how I do things in all of my projects. And then maybe when I take breaks and whatnot, I'll open the chat to you guys and have a little chat while I'm taking a break. And then once I return, I'll stop the talking and I'll just be building. My big thing my big reason for doing this is lots of people have been asking for the live streams to return, and I'm more than happy to do that. I watched my old streams back, and with all the talking and that, I never ever got anything done. So I basically really need to concentrate on what I'm doing, but it will give you a good insight into how I build and how, episodes of Tropical Wings, for instance, are put together. I think it's I can't do speed builds because of the way that I build. I find it difficult to do speed build videos on my channel. So instead, I think, the compromise is to do some live streams. There'll be really long streams though. That is what I will say. So do keep that in mind. And like I say, they'll probably start from June time as well. I did want to get them started sooner, but obviously I've already said the month of May is busy. And secondly, all of my streaming software reset, so I've got to set it all up again. But it will be coming back. As far as other new content, a big one is I want to do one-off builds. I want to do a lot more one-off builds if I can. My big thing was I was going to do some one-off builds for the Wetlands DLC, and I never got round to it. My reasons for that is I got a back injury, and I was laid up in bed for 3 days. So, but I'm over that now, and I'm hopefully going to crack on with that pretty soon. And I'm going to try to do, some more one-off builds. Obviously I did the Nature's Wonders build, didn't I? I only ever did the one of them. That was a one-off build. I was doing the workshop builds, but I've knocked that on the head because I'm now doing the Let's Build Togethers. But there's lots of things that I, want to do with the game, essentially. And this is just an update because you guys have been asking so many questions about what my plans are, what's happening with this, what's happening with that. And I hope that this video covers all bases, and I hope it's been easy enough for you to digest the information, and it's not been too long either. But I'm gonna leave it there, my friends. That's what's coming from yours truly with Planet Zoo. Subscribe if you are new, my friends. Honestly, so many of you have been subscribing recently. It blows my mind that so many people want to make sure that they never miss one of my videos. God knows why. Little old me, eh? But anyway, all jokes aside, drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it as well. And you can check the description box for my socials and the Discord. The Discord I cannot honestly recommend enough. My guys and the community I've got over there are immense. We have such a good day every day, chatting away about all things Planet Zoo and more. Feel free to go and join that, my friends. But until the next one, stay safe, stay humble, and I will see you real soon.